The Joe Rogan Experience.
Have you
100%.
seen the, I watched on the plane the other day, the Dick Cheney movie with...
I haven't heard it's great, though.
Oh, you must watch this.
Yeah.
What's that called? Cheney?
Vice.
With Christian Bale, right?
He gained like 70 fucking pounds for it.
Unreal in this movie. He's great at everything he does. He's in a whole nother gear. He turns into this guy, man. And it's so crazy. He's just a guy working for Halliburton. You know, he's running all this military stuff and has all this experience with, you know, politics, but he's really just a business owner. So working.
Look what he looks like. Incredible.
That's unreal.
How many fat guys saw that movie and go, if I just lost weight, I am Christian fucking Bale.
Yeah, could be Batman.
I got that inside of me. I can be Batman. I got Batman inside of me. I mean, I got these pudgy wrists and fucked up hands, but if I just... Wow. I got to see it.
Is crazy. In this
Is that him
movie.
with or they're next to each other?
Next to each other.
Oh, just picture next to each other. Wow, he got fat, huh? He went for it. He really went for it, man.
It's so good. I mean, it really exposes that part of things, how close, you know, you can, he wants, you know, he's running a massive business that makes military stuff. So us having to do stuff benefits him.
Oh, dude.
Tremendously.
It's one of the most transparent scams that's legal in the history of the world. Yeah. Just pause and think about how crazy everybody's going on about this Trump call to Ukraine and whether or not there was enough to impeach him and all this madness. People are going crazy about this, right? This is like, this is the topic. And I've heard many Democrats go, there's nothing here, folks. You got to back up. This is not enough to take a guy out of office. The Republicans are never going to vote for this. Like, you guys are, you're making a big mistake here. Now imagine a guy who's the vice president of the United States who is also a guy who used to be the CEO of Halliburton. Then this guy decides to go to war. Under false pretenses, they make up some shit about weapons of mass destruction. They blow this fucking place to smithereens. And then Halliburton gets no bid contracts. I mean, this wasn't someone saying, I can do it for $3 billion, I can do it for $2.7. There wasn't any of that. There was a no bid contract for billions of dollars to repair the places they blow up. And he was making money off of it. It's crazy. I think for the first year or something like that, I want to know when Dick Cheney was actually making money off of Halliburton. I think he had to abandon his position or give up his stocks or something, but it was a while. It was one of those things where you're like, wait. You just left. And then the company you just left is now getting no bid contracts in the billions. Am I stupid?
Right.
How are you allowed to do this on television in front of everybody?
In the movie, also shows how much of the president's ear he really had. Because George W. needed him to win it. He needed him to run with him to get the real like Republican votes at the time.
For sure.
No one else was, could do what he could do. He needed him.
He was deeply, deeply, deeply connected. But it was also Bush didn't want to do any of that shit. Like, you go ahead and handle it, son.
Yeah. That was the deal that they made.
Fishing.
At least in the movie, that's the deal that they made, basically. He's like,
who plays Bush?
Someone unbelievable. It's what's his name?
It's not Sam Rockwell.
I think it is. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. He's unreal. I mean, this movie was so easy to watch. It's one of those movies where like halfway through it, you're like, I hope this never ends. I hope this is long.
Who plays Bush? Sam Rockwell. Yeah. Did you ever see the Move movie?
No.
Just Moon. There it is.
You see the two billboards.
Rockwell looks like Bush.
Yeah.
That's amazing. He even got the eyebrows down.
Steve Carell destroys as Donald Rumsfeld.
Oh, of course he does. Carell's a beast, dude.
He's unreal in this. They make Rumsfeld look like basically what he was, just a big doofus that would get out and do his own thing, and they'd have to control Rumsfeld.
You want to hear another conspiracy theory that you probably don't know? It's going to blow your mind?
Let's do it.
The day before 9/11, the day before the attacks, Rumsfeld gave a press conference where he talked about trillions of dollars missing. The day. Then a plane slams into the very part of the building where they were doing the accounting, blows up half the fucking building in the Pentagon, blows up a wall. Donald Rumsfeld was on, where was it, the White House lawn? Listen to this.
This is like 10 minutes, but it's at the Pentagon. This is on C-SPAN. You can look it up right now.
We got to get to the quote where he says,
He mentions $2.3 trillion in missing receipts and talks about his, in quotes, adversary.
but see if you could just find the quote.
Right.
See, I know there's YouTube videos. What are you looking at? Is looking for
they have
C-SPAN?
clips on here on C-SPAN. You should get it there.
If you just Google it, don't even do that. Just go through YouTube.
Oh, that's where the problem.
I know. You have to see it because you hear him say it and you're like, wait, what the fuck did he just say?
Not on foreign terrorists threat, but the
48 billion.
That's Bush, though.
what it already
Yeah.
There it is. Oh,
Yeah, I think that's it.
it's right there.
Let's see.
what it already spends.
According to some estimates, we cannot track $2.3 trillion in transactions.
2.3.
Okay, now, again, somebody told you that literally, like right before 9/11 happened, they said they couldn't track $2.3 trillion. You'd go, no, that didn't happen. That did not happen, but it did happen.
What the fuck?
Yeah, so think about what Kennedy said.
Yeah.
Think about what you saw when you saw that Vice movie where Dick Cheney, who was the CEO of Halliburton, becomes a vice president and gets billions of dollars in no-bid contracts. Now think about what we just saw with Donald Rumsfeld saying they couldn't find $2.3 trillion. I don't know where it went. I don't know. It seems like we should have had it. So we'll keep looking. Oh, no. The spot where we looked just blew up.
Oh, my God. What the
Find out
hell?
if that's true. If it was the accounting office, because this is what I love to say it because it sounds good. But let's make sure it's true that part blew up. But either way, that he did say that, and then they did get hit by a plane a couple of days later.
It's unbelievable.
It's so crazy, and no one talks about that $1 trillion. No one talks about the 2.3 trillion.
2 trillion's bigger than most countries, right? That could build a whole nother country or something.
That's 2.3 million.
Oof.
Isn't it? No. Is it 1,000 trillion? Is a billion? Right? No, 1,000 billion. How? No, it's not even.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay,
1,000 billion's a trillion.
1,000 million is a billion.
Yeah.
Is 1,000 billion a trillion?
Yeah.
1,000 billion is a trillion, and it's
It's 999 billion.
2.3 billion trillion. Is that really what it is?
It's 999 billion times 2.
It wouldn't
plus
be billion trillion.
a couple more billions.
No, we're so stupid. It's 100,000 and then a million, and then 10 of those is a billion, right?
Yeah.
Or 100 of those. 100 million's a billion. It's 100. So it's each one is 100.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Trillion's a whole nother 3 zeros.
Another 3 zeros. Yeah.
That's so much.
How would you say that? Would you say that's
Look how big it looks written out.
oh my god.
Because that's a
great.
million, so that's a billion. That's a trillion. It's
The word
fucking-
billion is referred exclusively to as a million millions.
A million millions. Okay. Wow. But how many is a trillion? A billion millions?
No, it's a million millions.
A trillion's a million millions.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, what's a billion?
1,000 millions.
Okay, that makes sense. A million millions. So it's 2.3 million millions? Oof, that seems like a lot to be missing.
Yeah.
And then, boom, plane hits the Pentagon. Everybody stops talking about it. When was the last time you heard about that 2.3 trillion?
Never.
That didn't come up. All the times we were talking about Flight 93, let's roll. Remember that? Let's roll.
Yeah.
That's what they said right before they went up to kick our ass. And that's why that plane hit the ground. It didn't kill all the fine people that it was going towards the White House or whatever. Fuck out of here.
In British terms, British English, which is not American English, the word billion referred exclusively to a million millions. However, it is no longer common, and the word is now used to mean 1,000 million. So if anybody is in another country and is confused, that's why.
It seems
Okay.
like if that would have gotten
That makes sense.
in the-
1,000 million makes sense. Million million doesn't make sense.
it seems like if that would have gotten out, that money was missing, that the whole country could have revolted. Like, I mean, that's what did you do with our tax money? That's our money, right?
But that's a way to steal 2.3 trillion. If you stole 2.3 trillion and want to cover it up, start a war.
Right.
I mean, boom, immediately, everybody's freaking out. They can't believe what's going on. I mean, that's what the tinfoil hat brigade would say. What does this say? MSU scholars find 21 trillion unauthorized government spending. Oh my God, this is recent. 21 trillion in unauthorized government spending. Defense Department to conduct first ever audit. Oh, they've never audited before. Why would they audit? They just get free money. They're not like a regular company, right? The Defense Department's not like a company where like all the stockholders are going, "Hey, fuckface, what are you doing? I got 100,000 shares of your stupid fucking company. Your CEO's running into the ground." No, they don't even have to audit. They don't do shit. They just take that cheddar. Oh, we're missing, 21 trillion, whatever. I don't even know what that is. Is that 1,000 million, billion or something? 21? Whatever. Come on.
It doesn't even include the last 4 years. That's just
Come on. So the last 4 years we've been good. Don't pay attention to that. Last 4 years we haven't misspent at all. That's what Kennedy was talking about, literally. Not saying that anyone, I'm absolutely not saying 9/11 was an inside job. I don't think it was. But I am saying that when things happen and disasters take place, people capitalize on those disasters. And if it's possible that someone was going to set something up, some sort of an attack, and they're going to do it because they were in the process of stealing something or were going to steal something, it would have to be a lot. I'd be like, wait a minute, what are they going to do? How much money would it be worth it to start a war? That might be the number. 2.3 trillion, that might be the number. Like if you're like, how much would it cost to start a war if you're evil anyway? Would you start a war for 100 million? Man, I can't spread that thin enough. I gotta grease a lot of palms. We're gonna start a war. Why are we starting a war? What's going on? Well, we gotta get this fucking oil, man. And I don't know how to do it. I'm thinking I don't like the World Trade Center. Let's just.
This is hilarious. I just Googled how much have we spent in Afghanistan. You want to guess how much that number equals out to?
Okay, I'm going to guess. Whoa. Ever in Afghanistan?
No. This says published. The thing I just found, which I was going off of, Congressional Budget Office report published in October 2007 said, this isn't a potential
okay,
spending.
Don't give us the number,
this
though.
This is potential spending, then. This is potential what they wanted to spend as of 2007.
What they wanted to spend?
Planned to spending.
Well, how much did they spend? Did they spend more or less?
I think they spent way more.
Okay, let's just guess. How much? What do you think the number is?
Jeez, this is a tough one.
In Afghanistan? Only in Afghanistan?
That's what it says. Actually, it says Iraq and Afghanistan.
Iraq and Afghanistan. I'm going to go with $113 trillion.
Whoa, that's a lot.
That's a lot.
I'm gonna go with 100 billion.
What is it?
They conveniently planned on spending $2.4 trillion.
Wow.
Which was a very convenient number after we lost 2.3. But they've spent closer to like 6 or so.
Dude, this is the worst.
This is like if you check somebody's accounting books and they just have stick figures with googly eyes drawn on it.
The fact that it's the exact same amount of money. Like, what are the odds?
Yeah.
That is so crazy. But it's not like...
we covered it up good. They'll never...
Imagine that's your laundering. That's your money laundering. War. It's not, but it is, right? Like if you are someone that makes weapons and you have a huge contract with the Defense Department and you have the ear of the Defense Department and you guys play golf and shit and you dress up like druids and burn an effigy, worship Moloch, the owl god, and you start talking and you say, hey man, what do we got to do to keep this fucking... I got these tanks I'm making. They are a motherfucker. Wouldn't it be great? Try them out. I'll tell you what, I got a deal for you. And they just walk around playing golf, talking shit. And the next thing you know,